Story 1. I've made a couple of posts on here, but nothing where I explained too many specifics. So I'm going to do that now. I guess you could say my D-Day was July 5th. My 21 female fiancé and I, 23 male, were supposed to get married on August 19th. But all the way from late June to D-Day, we were having constant fights about how much time we were spending at my best friend's, best man's house, 23 male. Now we were both really close with his family, who were amazing to our almost 8-month-old son. So I was not suspicious about anything. They were just willing to take the baby whenever, and that gave her a freedom that she got really drunk on and took advantage of. I had no clue of just the extent. The first time that I became suspicious was when my friend was having a fire that my fiancé wanted to stay for. I left and went home because I have to wake up for work at 4 a.m. She told me she would come home. I woke up and she was not there. I drove over there to find her passed out on his bed. My friend was on the floor. The playpen was set up and our son was asleep in it. I woke her up and she claimed to have just passed out. I then asked why she had the forethought to set the playpen up in here, and then she claimed she had too many drinks and didn't want to drive home. To which I asked, why did you not just stay sober then? She didn't have far to drive anyways, as we live 3 minutes away. She then said someone from the house was supposed to drive her home, but got tied up with another arrangement. So several story changes. It all came to a head on the 5th, where we had an explosive fight about how much time we were spending over there once again. She left to go for a drive, came back, we fought again. Then she went out a second time. This time she came back, and I had written her a letter, pouring my heart out to her about how we were going through a tough time right now, and that we can get through this. She read it, and we made up and spooned. This is when I make the discovery. Her phone lights up, and it's a Snapchat. I recognize my friend's Bitmoji. I had texted him while he was out, and he never responded to me. So I was going to send him a smug message. But instead, I saw, I'm going to go to sleep and pretend I didn't see his text. I then looked at their chat and saw her asking about going over, and him saying she could. Then them saying to not tell me she went there, and then to make up a lie about where she went. I scrolled up only 2 times and saw I love yous exchanged. I saw, damn, I wish I was that seatbelt. I saw, you're hot as duck. I saw, why are you so shy when I compliment you? I did not see replies to her from these messages. They also shared insecurities. I confronted her about it the next morning, and it was met with chastising about being on the phone and saying how nothing was meant by it. I then spent the next 15 days with my head in the sand until I finally decided to just leave. I walked out on her on the 21st as she refused to cut him off. She kind of appeared sad, but not sad enough to leave him. Now I'm pretty sure she lives over there, but she lies, or attempts to lie, to everyone. But I've exposed them as I have picture proof sent to me by his adopted brother. There's a lot of stuff that's happened since the 21st, and anyone who wants to know can message me through chat if they wish. But that's the gist of the story and discovery, and I don't wish to use any more characters. I understand that you are going through an incredibly challenging and painful situation, dealing with the betrayal of your cheating fiancé who was involved with your best man. Healing from such a hurtful experience requires time and effort, but it is possible to move forward and find happiness again. Here are some pieces of advice to help you heal and cope with the aftermath of leaving your cheating fiancé. Acknowledge your feelings. Allow yourself to process the emotions that arise during this time, including anger, sadness, betrayal, and confusion. It's essential to give yourself the space to feel and work through these emotions. 1. Seek support. Reach out to friends, family, or a therapist to talk about your feelings and experiences. Having a supportive network can make a significant difference in your healing journey. 2. Prioritize self-care. Take care of yourself, both physically and emotionally. Engage in activities that bring you joy and peace. Exercise, practice mindfulness, and maintain a healthy routine. 3. Set boundaries. Cutting off contact with your cheating fiancé and your best man is crucial to creating space and time for healing. 4. Practice forgiveness. While challenging, consider working towards forgiveness to release yourself from the burden of holding on to resentment and anger. Remember, forgiveness is for your peace of mind, but it doesn't mean forgetting what happened. 5. Avoid self-blame. Remind yourself that cheating is a choice made by the people involved, and it's not a reflection of your worth or character. Avoid blaming yourself for their actions. 6. Give yourself time. Take the necessary time before entering into a new relationship. Allow yourself to heal fully and process the experience before moving forward. 7. Seek closure. If you feel it's appropriate and safe, consider having a calm and honest conversation with your former fiancé to gain some understanding or closure. 8. Transform the experience. Though painful now, try to view this as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Learning from this experience can lead to healthier choices in future relationships. 9. Stay positive and patient. Healing is a process, and it's okay to have good and bad days. Be kind to yourself as you navigate through this challenging time. Remember, healing takes time, and it's okay to allow yourself the space and time needed to process your emotions and move forward at your own pace. Surround yourself with supportive and caring people who will help you through this difficult time. With time and self-care, you can find happiness and trust again in future relationships. Congrats! You dodged a bullet and she gave you a gift. Would have been worse if you had gotten married. This happened in the late 80s. Caught my fiancé in my bed, in my house doing her boss. Came home early from a work trip. Exposed them all, shined the light of truth. Go complete NC, discuss the child through an app, and go to the lawyers to see your options about visitation rights. Support from family and friends, hit the gym, does wonders. Go forth and live your best life. Things will not end well for them. Never take her back, Godspeed. She is in a fair fog and offering me joint custody. No one in her family supports what she's doing and are not helping her take any kid away from me. Honestly, seems like at this point she is totally cool with having more time to focus on her new boyfriend. I'll take advantage of it. Hire a lawyer and get that custody arrangement in writing. Is it your son? Did you take a DNA test? You should. I'm sorry. He is my son. I do have a DNA test, but I'm extremely certain he's mine. She was acting normal when during the time he was conceived, all the way to 6 months old. Dozens upon dozens of guys on this sub said the same thing. I know she's mine. To find out it's not his kid. Do the test. Get an attorney. Move on this fast while she's in limerence. Still do it. You still have a fighting chance if he isn't. I don't know if I want to fight. I love that little guy so much. My life felt it began when he was born. It would feel so over if it wasn't. Sorry, OP. This is the worst. Your best man is now your worst man. I assume the marriage has been canceled, and everyone needs to know why. You may need to have an attorney draw up the parenting agreement and any settlement of assets. I hope his family was not supporting or concealing the cheating. Is she or the family showing any remorse? Is your family there to support you? My heart goes out to you. Take care of you to be the best father to your child. I think they are. That's why they're acting so blind. I understand that you have a child with her. Are you sure it's yours? Dude, just get out of there. That woman is not wife material. She doesn't have what she needs. If she did this before she got married, imagine having a life with her. What kind of life would it be? I don't think it's a good one. That godfather is not a good friend. Just cut them out of your life. She's a little disconcerted because you sure loved her, but she looks on the bright side. You dodge a bullet the size of a football. I feel pretty certain he's mine. He looks just like me. She also can't hide anything because she's a fool. So if she was acting like she is now back then, I would have known it. She was totally normal around when he was conceived. Okay, there will never be any doubt that the baby is his, but only a DNA test will guarantee it. Another little thing, she'll be back when the fog clears. Please don't receive her. I'm going to tell you what will be the best revenge for her. Be your best version. Be happy. That ends them, man. I'll get the test, but I'm certain that he's mine. Perfect. You'll be safe then. Brother, cheer up. As my grandfather used to say, more was lost in the war. Honestly, if he were to be not mine, my life would feel over. He is my everything. You dodged a bullet. If she married you, she would have destroyed you with a divorce and profited off of it big time. She was keeping you around for marriage because she wanted the financial benefits, but her boyfriend would have been her only romantic partner. She was enjoying the thrilling dopamine-drenched cheater lifestyle. Your friend was getting an ego boost by disrespecting you as a team with her behind your back. Do get a DNA test. That might have been another reason he was going to marry her off to you and stay with her as her boyfriend. All 50 states automatically assign paternity by default to the husband or domestic partner. Contrary to popular belief, biology has nothing to do with paternity as far as any of the states are currently concerned. Some states will allow a grace period to challenge paternity with a DNA test, but even if you do prove it's not yours, the family court will make you pay support anyway, in the vast majority of cases. Being a husband or domestic partner equals paternity. The only way to successfully have default paternity removed as a husband or domestic partner is to prove who the biological father is, and prove that he is a wealthier source of financial revenue. You have no idea how lucky you are if that bun in her oven is his. Here's the kicker, though. She might be screwed if he doesn't feel like claiming it. Since there is no marriage, and they are not officially domestically partnered, she would have to either get him to voluntarily support the child or fight an expensive uphill civil battle to prove he is the father. Maybe it hurts now, but there is a 100% chance they would have ruined your life if you had married her. You're still young, and you can explore your future free of any ball and chain. Hit up an Air Force recruiter and get paid to learn a technical trade with a few years of guaranteed real-world work experience you can put on a resume. Aviation maintenance can pay big bucks in the civilian world. You get free world travel too. I love the military myself, but I didn't listen to good advice and signed up for something other than the Air Force. Don't like that idea? Look into skilled trades unions. They're always offering journeyman programs. Plumbers, electricians, linemen, pipe fitters, etc. make serious money. This is your time to build yourself into a better life. If he wasn't mine, I'd be heartbroken. All I want is to be a dad. Worldwide comments of the day. First story, as I've said before. If you think you love two people at the same time, choose the second. Because if you really love the first, you wouldn't have a second option. Johnny Depp. And it says in a scientific study, a person is friends with an ex, or they never had loving feelings just from a deep friendship, or they still have loving feelings even after they have ended the relationship. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.